Quick, name 5 Led Zeppelin songs. Hit the pause button if you need to. I'll bet you didn't name the song I'm going to talk about today, but of all the Zeppelin songs that I know, this may have taught me the most. Coming right up. I first heard Led Zeppelin II on a rainy day listening in my friend's basement. That first song gave me a huge jolt, Whole Lotta Love. But the second song was shocking too, in a totally different way, and it taught me a ton on guitar. Here's a synopsis of the riffs. Of course, that song is What Is and What Should Never Be. It's still one of my favorites. So let's check it out. First off, there's the opening. The first thing that we notice as listeners and as players is that it's quiet. Now, I suppose this is an obvious thing, but if you just keep your regular amp settings, but go to the neck pickup and turn the volume way down, voila, it cleans up. There's a reason it says rhythm on this little poker chip here. But also, those chords sounded a little bit exotic, a little bit different. A little bit different from normal rock chords. And remember, you couldn't just look it all up on YouTube back then. Here's what I came up with. There's the first chord, and there's the second chord. And then you just play very, very softly with your pick, or even with your thumb. So, okay, a couple of new chords. But that was just the beginning of the learning. The second riff, the chorus riff, was incredible. Here's what record producer Rick Rubin said about it. The descending riff of What Is and What Should Never Be is amazing. It's like a bow is being drawn back and then it releases. I like that, a bow being drawn back and fired. It certainly has a shocking effect. It's louder, but it's also played much more aggressively. So I switched to the neck pickup and I have it on pretty much full volume, and I try to play it more aggressively too. But there were two bigger ideas that I got from this riff. Page is using a droning effect, which was new to me at the time, playing the open A string and then really popping those notes aggressively on the D string. It takes a little practice to do that aggressively without hitting all the other strings too. But another thing I took away from this riff was this sound. The Mixolydian sound. Now sure, I'd heard it from other riffs, like this one. But What Is and What Should Never Be really got that sound stuck into my brain. And I'm glad it did, because it made so many other songs easier to play, like this one. And even the ending to that chorus riff is really cool with its moving bass line. And then the transition back to the verse. Super cool. But even then the learning didn't stop. I'm telling you, this song taught me so much. It has a great slide solo in it. Now, I learned it without a slide, and I did a lesson on this maybe a long time ago, and you can check it out. I've linked it in the description if you want to check it out after you watch this video, and you might see me with a lot less hair. But probably the most important thing that I learned from this song came from the final riff. So let's check it out. That's right, it's called call and response. Now in the band, the other guitarist and I actually traded off riffs, which was kind of fun. But you can easily play this all by yourself. The riff is really underrated and it's easy to play. Here's how it works. But of course, that's just the beginning of the call and response technique. It's so useful because it connects you to your bandmates and to your listening audience. And you're in luck because in this video, I go through the ins and outs of the call and response technique. So check this out. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll see you on down the road.